Today is February 18th, and Michigan State coming off of two massive road victories um, against Penn State and Michigan. So, busy week we had, and we got another one coming up. So we'll dive right into it. We'll start in Happy Valley. Michigan State 80, Penn State 72. Johnny, we'll start with you like usual. What stood out to you? What'd you take away from the Penn State game?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, pretty good overall game from everybody. Obviously Malik Hall was the standout, career high 29 points. But I think we saw a really good first half where they really jumped out. I don't can't remember what they were up at the half, but the second half got a little dicey here or there. But for the most part, a really complete game and led by Hall and Akins. And it's just great to see obviously Hall continue playing like a first team all Big Ten kind of guy and to have Akins kind of have 20 points when you get, combined Walker and Hogarth, I think combined for 10. So it's great to see, when you get the backcourt only combined for 10 and you still end up scoring 80 points is a wonderful thing to see.
Yeah, it was the Malik Hall game for sure. He not only did he score 29, but 10 of 13 from the field, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Only shot one three, but he made it. And he threw in 10 rebounds, so it was a double-double. I mean, unquestionably, probably the best game that Malik has played in a Spartan jersey. And it's just big, exactly for the reasons you brought up. Walker and Hogard struggled a little bit. But yeah, Akins made his first four threes and got off to a great start shooting, which you talked about a little bit, but helped Michigan State get out to a good lead in the first half. But yeah, Penn State fought hard in that second half, and as every team does in the Big Ten at home, they made it tough. I thought, I gotta say this. I was very critical of Carson Cooper in our last episode, and he played pretty well, I thought, against Penn State. I mean, he scored 10 points, which is sweet for Cooper. I don't know if it's a season high, but it's damn near close if it isn't. And he had four rebounds, 4 for 4 from the field, 4 for 4 from the line, 3 for 4 from the field, 18 minutes. But also our guy Xavier Booker got in for a little bit. Played 5 minutes and had 5 points, made a three, 2 for 2 from the field. But yeah, that was really all I had written down. Um, Akins has really turned around the 3-point shot early in the season. Um, he was really struggling to hit that three, and that was a big reason why Michigan State was struggling. And now they're in the top, I want to say top 40, around 40th nationally in 3-point percentage. But yeah, I thought this game was like Malik and obviously Malik Hall and Akins were the stars, and kind of what I was getting at right there. Those two guys have really picked it up from the start of the season and have really, in my mind, been like the charge of the turnaround. Um, and whenever the backcourt guys are struggling, it feels like Malik and Akins step, or whenever Walker and Hogard are having off nights, it feels like Hall and Akins are always there to step up, whereas earlier in the season they weren't.
Yeah, I mean, I'll start with talk a little about Hall. I mean, the stretch he's on is just unbelievable, and the game is just coming so easy to him. His patience, his decision making, and just getting the shots he wants, right? Backing the guys down, kicking that mid range, and his ability to finish through contact. I think it's some of the best I've seen. And then Akins, right? We talked about it early in the year, trying to find a shot, and there's still obviously games you don't shoot the best, and like the Michigan one, but his ability to continue to shoot it and not be scary, miss a couple, it's fine. Like, he's again, it's his role as, kind of the guy that we want to shoot the ball, like catch and shoot, catch and shoot. And again, he had a couple great opportunities in that first half, in the fast break, and a couple nice dunks. But and yeah, then Cooper. I'm a Cooper guy. We've talked about this, but yeah, I just think his progression is coming. Um, for me, when it comes down to at the center spot, I think he can offer the most all around in a way, which again isn't a crazy ceiling at our spot, but I think the Penn State game really showed it. He's got a good enough ability inside to score. I keep saying he's capable of it. Now, he doesn't need to score 10 points a game, But even in the Michigan game, which we got to, he had two nice putback dunk and an alley-oop dunk, where I just don't think you're going to see that from Sissoko. And then Kohler, we could talk about a little bit too. It just they all offer something different, and I guess we will continue to see that throughout the year. But I really have liked what Cooper has done the past couple games.
Yeah, he's definitely stepped it up. And of course, for my timing and my luck, right when I really call him out on it, he starts to play some good basketball. But I'm here to see, I'm here for it. I'm a fan of it for sure. But yeah, do you have anything else on the Penn State game?
I mean, the only thing, and you touched on it, was Hall. It's the team, the foul shots kind of turned around. 14 to 16 in this game against Penn State. It was also very good against Michigan, which we're about to get into. It was great to see that just that a little bit of a switch around there because they've been struggling with it. So that was just kind of a takeaway for me. But again, like you said, it was great to see Booker get in, hit a three. It doesn't matter if he gets in for 5 minutes, 1 minute, he's ready to shoot the ball. And I think that's just a wonderful thing to have.
Yeah, definitely. That's an awesome mindset and a great point. But yeah, we'll move on now to last night's game. Michigan State took down rival Michigan 73-63. The Spartans completed the season sweep of the Wolverines. Um, and shout out to the Lady Spartans. Well, I know that's not what they're called, but the Michigan State women also swept Michigan with a win today. Um, so yeah, basketball school. We got that for sure. But yeah, this game, Walker definitely stepped up at coming off of a tough Penn State game. Didn't shoot super efficiently, but came down with 19 points. Um, and yeah, Hall again just continued to play great. I thought he had 18, very efficient again, 4 rebounds. Um, and yeah, you talked about it earlier, and I was gonna say something about it, but you mentioned it. The free throw shooting in this game kind of caught my eye, 17 to 21. Um, just kind of like exactly what you said. I don't have to repeat it, but just great to see that some of the things that Michigan State was struggling with earlier in the season and might have cost them a game or two is now helping them win games. So that's obviously something that is a big positive.
Yeah, and I just think it's a different kind of mindset this team has. And I think we saw earlier in the year, it just really focused on shooting the three, and then they struggled. And then we've turned it around, except going 2 for 14 last night. But it's that ability to play both ways. And I think you're just seeing this team not rely on the three ball. And again, it's Malik Hall getting in the post, and it's really running on the fast break. And we saw Cohen Carr take advantage of that last night with some just electric dunks. But again, that's just where this team's at, and it's great to see the versatility of this team and kind of getting back to running and just really efficient, more efficient offense. I think we have at this moment than we did that first half of the year.
Yeah, and winning if you want to go far and make a tournament run, you have to be able to win games in different ways. And Michigan State, like you said, has definitely proven that they can do that. So that's something that obviously you have to love to see as a fan. But yeah, kind of looking at the bigger picture, Michigan State gets back to nine. They were get back up to 9-6 in conference play. They're in tie for fourth place with Northwestern Wisconsin, third place. My bad. And it's up to 17-9 record. So a big turnaround, and they're just playing some really good ball over this last whole stretch, the month of February and whole, I guess, and even the end of January after that run after that Illinois game, in Champaign that they lost. They've just been able to come together and, Izzo, I counted them out a little bit. I think a lot of Michigan State fans were pretty critical earlier in the season, but they've definitely turned it around.
Yeah, and I think what's really special right now is every game it seems like someone else is stepping up in some type of way, right? We talked about Cooper having 10 versus Penn State. Carr adds 8 points versus Michigan. I thought Trey has played really well the past two games when Hogard hasn't been up to his standard, right? Hogard picks up those two fouls early. He doesn't play the rest of the first half. It doesn't show up in the box score. But Trey took care of the ball. He's one of our best defenders. And I just think having that stability to come off the bench when Hogard is, like he was in foul trouble or just a little bit of an off game was really great to see. And same with Walker, obviously having to play a little bit more of the point. Just really efficient, getting guys where they got to be. And yeah, just, that's what you love to see.
Yeah, and I also want to make sure we touch on the atmosphere at Chrysler Center. It sounded like a home game. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know how it felt in the stadium, but all the videos and I mean, you could feel it through the broadcast and seeing videos on Twitter and everything. The chants at Doug McDaniel and just all the different, like you said, the card dunks, all the pop, the crowd pops were awesome. So shout out to all the Spartan alums and Spartan faithful that made the trip down to Ann Arbor and really gave the boys a little bit of some juice at least. But yeah, I looked just before we started recording. Michigan State's up to number 15 and Ken Palm 20th in the net. The analytics, I've loved them all year, and I feel like we're starting to see a bit why, I guess, with this last stretch that they've been on. And if you look up ahead, two home games coming up against Iowa and Ohio State. Obviously, love to see the guys back at home. Um, Ohio State, though, big win today, taking down Purdue. They looked pretty good, and I've liked them all year. Obviously, I picked them pretty high in our Big Ten preview, and I chose Chris Holtman to win Coach of the Year. He's the only one that's gotten fired. The only coach that's gotten fired so far. Not even Jawan, but yeah, I was wrong on that one. But yeah, I mean, I got really nothing else. Do you have anything else, Johnny?
Well, first gotta give props to Davis Smith.
Yeah.
Um, what a just unbelievable moment, right? Izzo trusts him, to come in to just play one defensive possession when, Trey had picked up his second foul, and for him to wind up, getting fouled with half a second left for whatever reason they did that. But for him to, step up and knock those down, I thought was what a wonderful moment, and also just kind of the almost like maybe a good karma of how, his dad, right, Spartan legend, stays after the game with Tyson Walker a week ago to help him with his foul shooting. Tyson goes 6 of 6 from the line, if I have that right. So just a little good voodoo right there. But so yeah, like looking forward to this week. Two home games, you got to get them. There's no easy games, right? We just saw Ohio State take down Purdue, and Iowa's also a very talented and offensively gifted team. So have to bring their A game. But when you look at it, we've talked about it. After that Illinois game, there were opportunities here and to rack up some wins, and we're tied for third. It's just a huge opportunity to keep racking up wins and hopefully get higher up that board for the seeding and just go from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty comfortable to say from 2 weeks ago where we were at that Michigan State has already played their way off of the bubble pretty comfortably. And yeah, they from the feeling I'm getting and what I'm seeing from national people like on Twitter and stuff is that they expect the Spartans to kind of rise up into that seven line, couple more. If they win both games this week, maybe sneak up to a six line. So they're getting up there in seeding, and they've obviously got some more opportunities with Purdue and Northwestern in March. But they got to take care of this week's business for sure first. Um, but yeah, I don't have anything else. You good? Y'all good, Johnny?
All good. I'm just excited for Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night will be a fun one with the Hawkeyes coming to town. Hopefully, they don't blow a miraculous like 12-point lead in 40 seconds like last year. But I would be down for another Fran McCaffrey ref stare down. That was quite hilarious, I thought. But yeah, Fran will be in the Brez this time. But yeah, we're looking forward to Tuesday night and then Saturday against the Buckeyes. Should be fun, exciting time as the season winds down and we are gearing up for March. Getting close. Can't wait. We will be here to cover it for you guys. And thanks for listening. Go follow us on Twitter. Go follow me. Go follow Johnny. Go follow Field of 68. And thanks for